Hi English class! Today we are starting in the workbook on page 37. Can you open up your workbook, not English textbook, your workbook to page 37. 37. 37. At the top of page 37, you see number 4. On number 4, there is the time. It starts in the morning at 5 a.m., so 5 o'clock in the morning, then 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock a.m., 8 o'clock a.m., 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 a.m., 10, 11, 12. Yeah? So at 1 p.m., it starts the afternoon, and then 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4. And then the evening time with 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 o'clock in the evening. O'clock is on the hour, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And you need to write sentences, du musst Sätze schreiben, about what you do in the morning and in the evening. So let's look at number 4. Let's, let us, let's, lass uns. Let's look at number 4. I am looking, ich schaue in diesem Moment. I'm looking at page number 37 of the workbook on my laptop. So you see, go to school, come home, have lunch, go to bed, get up, and have breakfast, and more sentences. So let's think of some ideas. So first, go to school. When do you go to school? I go to school at. I go to school at 8 a.m. I go to school at 7:30. You can write what time you go to school, like normally, when there's no corona. And the second one says, come home. When do you come home? Go home, come home. I come home from school at 1 p.m., at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Or I come home from school after I go to my garden, nachdem ich zu meinem Garten gehe, after I go to karate practice, after I go to the movies. Yeah, I go home or I come home at. Okay, have lunch. In the morning you have breakfast. I have eggs, I have coffee. For lunch, I have maybe a sandwich with some bread. And for dinner in the evening, I have maybe a soup. So, what time do you have lunch? I have lunch at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock heißt noon. N-O-O-N. Mittag. So, at noon. Or at 12 o'clock. What time do you go to bed? So, die Sätze müsst ihr mir wieder schreiben. Ich stelle euch gerade eine Frage. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 9 p.m. No, I don't. What time do you go to bed? Do you go to bed at 10 p.m., 9 p.m., maybe 8 p.m.? Or do you go to bed at 8:30? 8:30? Or do you go to bed at 8:30? Or do you go to bed at 7:30? Was auf Deutsch 8:30 heißt. Okay, then you have I get up. I get up at 5 a.m. No, I don't. What time do you get up? Your sentence? I get up at. Okay, when do you have breakfast? I have breakfast before school. So some days at 7 o'clock, some days at 6 o'clock, some days during Corona, I get up and have breakfast a bit later, ein bisschen später. I have breakfast at 8 o'clock. Okay, more questions. What time do you do your homework? I do my homework at 11 a.m. or 12, so 12 o'clock or noon. Or teachers have homework too. I do my homework at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4, 5 p.m. I do homework the whole day. Den ganzen Tag. The whole day. So you can think of some more questions and answers. What time do you watch TV? I watch TV at. What time do you read? R. English. E. A. D. What time do you read? I read at AT. What time do you play outside? What time do you play inside? I play inside at. I play outside at. I play football with friends at 3 p.m. Something like this. Please write all of the sentences for number 4. So number 5 and number 6 on page 38, it has to do with don't and doesn't. So let's talk about do again. Don't and doesn't. So she doesn't, Infinitive. Das ist die Grundform. She doesn't play. She doesn't eat. She doesn't dance. She doesn't talk. She doesn't run. Nichts mit running. Und auch nicht mit dancing. You don't dance. They don't eat. So keep this in mind when you are doing the homework on pages 37 and 38. I would be very happy if you do your homework very nicely and correct your answers on Friday. Or on Friday at the latest. And then send Miss Deniger your work. Please send me your work. Okay. Let's look please at page 58. We'll read page 58 from the book together. You are not in the workbook, you're in the English textbook. So we're on page 58 and we're reading about Detective Sherlock. Do you have your book in front of you? Are you reading with me? All right, please listen and read. So, number 1 says, look at the story. A police officer, there's a police officer, here. A police officer, and who else? Luke, okay. And Sherlock, and a woman named Mrs. Abraham. They are in the story. So who's in the story? A police officer, Luke, Sherlock, and a woman. Number 2. Where are they? Was heißt where nochmal? Look at number 1. Number 2. Where are they? Let's look. Here is a snack bar. They are outside, and here they are inside the snack bar. Here they are outside the snack bar, and here is, I don't know yet. We need to read the story. So, I don't know yet. Ich weiß es noch nicht. Wir müssen die Geschichte noch lesen. We need heißt brauchen. In diesem Fall wir müssen. We need to read the story and then we know where we are. Okay, where are they? They are in front of a snack bar, in the snack bar, and I'll tell you where they are. They're in a house, at the top of a house. There's an attic, Dachboden. Okay, let's read the story together. Page 58. 58. Luke lives near the park. Every day he takes his dog Sherlock for a walk there. They play with a football there. Sherlock loves footballs. On Saturdays, they go at 8 o'clock. They go past Mrs. Abraham's snack bar after the park. They go past, they walk past. Mrs. Abraham is a nice woman. Miss Denneke is also a nice woman. Her snack bar is next to the park. So Mrs. Abraham has a snack bar. Her snack bar is next to the park. Not far from the park, but next to the park. Today, there's a man at the snack bar. He's a police officer. All right, Mrs. Abraham says, "This isn't the first time. Can you hear me? Help. Can you help me, please? Every day my snack bar is a mess." What is a mess? Miss Denneke's hair is a mess. Mess? Unordentlich. Or, like when you take lots of papers in your school bag and jumble them up, and you look in your school bag and you see, my school bag is a mess. Okay. The police officer says, somebody doesn't like your snack bar. So please think, somebody, irgendjemand, doesn't. So, man könnte halt she, he, it, nämlich ein Pronomen, und zwar für anybody or somebody austauschen. So, he doesn't like, she doesn't like, it doesn't like, die Grundform wieder. Ja, the infinitive, please. Okay, let's keep reading. Mrs. Abraham says, "But my customers are nice people." So the people, Leute, Menschen, that go to her snack bar, the people who pay money, they're nice people. Who doesn't like her snack bar? Let's read. Luke says, "Who can it be, Sherlock? Let's help. Let us. Let's help. Let's find a clue, like a detective with a magnifying glass. Let's look for clues. A clue is a hint, or maybe in German a tip. And Sherlock says, "Woof." Luke says, "What is it, Sherlock?" "Oh, Mrs. Abraham." Mrs. Abraham says, so let's just think about it. Mrs. Abraham, she says. Deswegen S, weil es dritte Person Singular ist. Mrs. Abraham says, "There's a hole in the rubbish bag." There's a hole in the rubbish bag. Let's find a hole. Here's a hole in my sweatshirt. That's a hole, but it's for my string. This is a hole in my ear for an earring. And my nose has 2 holes. Can you put your finger, not on your nose holes, your nostrils, can you put your finger, please, on the word hole? There's a hole. There is, there's. Es gibt oder da ist. There's a hole in the rubbish bag. Okay. The police officer says, Is the snack bar locked at night? Is it locked at night? And Mrs. Abraham antworted, yes, it is. It is locked. The police officer says, Luke, I have a question. The police officer says, okay, what is it? And Luke, is there an attic? So a house? At the top of a house, an attic. Mrs. Abraham says, yes, there is. Was heißt das eigentlich? Yes, there is. Is there an attic? So gibt's einen Dachboden? Yes, there is. Also, ja, sowas gibt's. Luke says, can I look there, please? Can I look there? Kann ich? Darf ich? Kann ich dort? Ja, there, dort. And look, can I look? Schauen. Please. Is there a ladder in the snack bar? Mrs. Abraham says, yes, there is, Luke. So, we're looking at picture 3, it says. All right, snack bar. He walks from the park. They're in the snack bar. There's a hole in the bag. Then here he says, hey, is there an attic? Nicht a attic, sondern a attic. An attic. Das hält nämlich diese 2 Vokalen auseinander. So we're looking at number 3. Is there a ladder? Let's see. Mrs. Abraham says, what can you see? And Luke says, oh, I see a raccoon. Great detective, Sherlock. I see a raccoon. There's the raccoon. A raccoon. What is a raccoon in German? It's not a wash bear. In German it is, but not in English. In English it's a raccoon. A raccoon. A raccoon has gray and black fur, some rings of black on its tail, and has a black mask here. And they have cute little hands. Very sweet. Okay. Thank you for reading with me. In class we will talk more about this, and I hope that you learned a little bit more English. I hope you had fun. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.